Hello everyone, my name is Lolliprop, and for those who don't know, I am the record holder for both Witch and Sorceress in PoE 2, in Act 1 runs obviously. So I'm just gonna do a full commentary of this run. This is my latest PB on Sorceress, and yeah, my goal was initially to get a sub 50 run, but this is honestly really clean and kinda hard to beat. Plus, I really wanted to make a commentary video explaining all the little strategies that we use to speedrun this game, and all the little things that me and the community came up with. So yeah, there are still a lot of improvement left, like a sub 45 run is definitely possible, but you need crazy RNG for it, and I don't know, it's just really grindy, I feel. I'm probably gonna get that someday, but just not right now, as I'm probably gonna move on to other classes now. But yeah, Sorceress, contrary to what most people think, is actually probably the worst class to run, like the slowest one. You could argue that Monk is slower, but a couple new strategies has been in development to make Monk way faster. So yeah. Now on the Miller, this is a really easy battle. I'm honestly just sparking him when he is near a wall, so I can kind of make the projectiles bounce and hit him twice. I am mostly tanking the smash because it doesn't kill me, and that way I don't lose time by rolling and stopping to attack. Yeah, the goal honestly here is just to get into town before the 2-minute mark, which I end up doing. And now here I get Contagion, I believe, or Ice Bomb. Yeah, I get Frost Bomb first. Now the strategy here with Sorceress is, instead of using Spark or whatever you guys must think, like Spark, Orb of Storms, the like usual combination, the best way that we have found so far is to use Contagion, like ED Contagion, and play it the same way that you would play a Witch run. So yeah, here I get the guaranteed skill gem, so I can get Contagion, and this is basically what's gonna carry me all the way throughout level 6, where I unlock ED. So Ice Bomb is gonna be my main single target and also main clear. It's just such a broken skill early on. You can see here one-shotting every single mob, and I almost die, but it's fine. Now this boss is kind of tricky because she can spawn all these wolves and you can get overwhelmed and frozen while they all eat you, but yeah, you just have to like explode all of them with the Ice Bomb and you're fine. Here I didn't do a pretty good job at doing that. I actually messed up many times, but yeah, here I almost died again and I have no flasks left. This is honestly just a horrible fight. But it's okay, doesn't really matter. I just play more defensive by the end of it and we're fine. So here I get a nice scepter. We can see it has like extra damage and a wand with level 2 like basic attack and some spell damage. Now my stuff is doing absolutely nothing right now, like I'm not even gonna use the fireball spell anymore. So as soon as I hit level 3 I'm gonna equip both the scepter and the wand, yeah. The Grellwood can also be quite scary with these big wolves that just jump at you super fast and hit you. And also they give almost no XP for some reason, like the red veil is 5 times better for it XP. But it's nice to kill them anyway, so I can get to level 3 and equip my better wand and scepter. I think I will do it in a bit. Now in this zone the pathing is kind of almost it's kind of almost always the same. You have an area up and to the right, and then another area on the bottom, and then the Red Vale is always on the right. Here I know that I missed the Red Vale entrance because it's not gonna be this far down, and I had to explore up still. So I'm just gonna look for the Grim Tangle and then teleport to the boss arena up there and just grab the Red Veil thing. So it was a time loss, but it wasn't really that big of a time loss, like I can deal with it. It's still a sub 6 Red Veil enter, which is okay. Yeah, here I TP and we are good. Now my best enter here, without finding the Green Tangle, was actually a 4 minutes 10 seconds, which is crazy. Here I swap my weapons. And yeah, it's honestly kind of RNG to get the Red Veil. I mean, there are some patterns and layouts that are being discovered right now. I still haven't learned all of them. I just know a couple rules. So here I saw there was a bridge on the left, and what I'm doing is I always take the second bridge. Here, yeah, it's really complicated. I might actually make a video on Red Veil layouts because there's quite a bit to explain, but I just have to look for the 3 obelisks, and the main XP goal is to get to level 5 if possible. Here I get a life flask, which is crucial. We always need to upgrade our life flasks. Now, a way you can find the obelisks easier is by actually listening to them. They have like a eerie noise that you can kind of use to find them. If you have 3D like AirPods or a headset or something, so it's always useful to, if you're watching, if you're like listening to music, you can turn the volume off and pay more attention to PoE if you're in this area, so you can find them easier. Now here is where Contagion really comes into play. Like, the clear speed is honestly amazing at this point in the game. The damage is crazy. Basically what I do is just pop an ice bomb and then Contagion a random enemy of the pack, and it will spread the contagion and they will eventually die. We always wanna just keep on running and never staying still, wasting time killing enemies, you know? So here's the second obelisk, and this is actually a pretty bad Red Veil. Like, I usually find them way faster, I guess. But yeah, it is what it is. The fact that I have a decent weapon though is gonna come in clutch for the Rust King fight, and it's gonna make it way faster. Here I get my medium mana flask, which is probably what I'm gonna use all the way up to end game, because I don't really need that much mana, I think, in this run. Here I swap my flask before grabbing the checkpoint, so that when I get the checkpoint the flask is full. And yeah, it's important to clear these mobs before the boss fight, because they are actually quite annoying and they have made me reset a couple runs before. Yeah, this is far from my best pace. Like, this is honestly kind of bad. I usually kill the Rust King in like 9:30. But yeah, I'm not gonna reset at a bad Rust King split, because the thing with Act 1 runs is there are 2 main RNG parts that you straight up you cannot do anything to play them better. These areas are the cemetery and the Freythorn, or whatever the pronunciation is for that. Cemetery is just random, you just either find the tombs or you don't. And Freythorn, same thing, completely random whether you find the rituals or not. So yeah, now I'm going home, and here there was a little skip that I forgot to do. And take a look at this wand, +1 to spell. This actually came in clutch and is the reason why this run is so good. But yeah, I'm gonna enter the Grellwood. Now, a thing that I do here is I roll after I see the spike get on the seal. You can see the spike on the seal, and I roll away because it skips a little bit of the animation. And yeah, now I just TP here by mistake. This is a time loss. I had to TP to the town, but I forgot. Yeah, you have to like talk to Una. And also here I buy some Scroll of Wisdom and check if I see some insane wand or something. But yeah, 11-minute Grim Tangle enter. Here there's a little skip that I actually learned you can do after this run, and you can reset to the checkpoint in order to skip this animation where she breaks the roots. Saves a couple seconds, it's not the end of the world though. Now I'm gonna be looking for anything with cold resistance. Life is really important on Sorceress because you end up so squishy, and you can get one shot really easily in the Manor in the last couple areas. So yeah, you wanna be at around 250 life with a couple, like dozens of yes. Here I actually die, and it wastes me quite a bit of time, 40 seconds or so. I think that's maybe the only mistake in the run. I don't know if I made any other major mistakes, but yeah, that's definitely a big one. You do not want to die here, ever. Now my goal is to hit level 6 as soon as possible, because right now my ice bomb is starting to fall off. It's not one-shotting enemies anymore. And I don't even know why I'm exploring here on the side. Like, I already know that the like it's gonna be down there where I already explored, but yeah. At level 6 I unlock Essence Drain, which is gonna be the main skill for the run. Like, it's so broken. It makes sense to use it even if the Sorceress has no KO's damage nodes. Yeah, I'm just making my way through here. I think I'm actually really low leveled in this run. I'm not sure if I'm level 5 or level 4 actually here. I had a run where I entered the cemetery on level 4. But yeah, here when you see Druid, it's really good. You can basically go in the flat wall, and the Druid will be on the opposite side, so you can just move past it, and you know that if you see the Druid, you're gonna be going towards the cemetery. And if you see these caskets on the ground, you know you're gonna be super near the cemetery. I got stuck from something there, I actually don't know what it is. But yeah, 14-minute cemetery enter. Definitely not the best, not ideal. I try to aim for 13 minutes or even 12, but yeah, it is what it is. Now this is one of the most RNG parts of the run. You just have to pray that you hit the tombs for the Asinia and Raven. And you can also farm these skeletons. I completely missed that ice bomb. You can see it's not even one-shotting the mobs anymore. but it does one-shot the ghouls or the fast mobs that follow you. I don't know their name. So yeah, you can like accumulate a screen full of them and kill them all at the same time. Here I finally get Essence Drain. I just throw Spark on the ground because it's not needed. And the best way to kill is to use Essence Drain first and then Contagion the same monster. As long as you don't miss your target, it's easier to do this than to Contagion a monster and try to Essence Drain it, because there will be a lot of mobs that just come in front and will hit your Essence Drain instead, so it's a waste of time. Here, as you can see, I lost so much time because I didn't find a good cemetery layout. But yeah, also as you can see, my wand is so good that I'm kind of killing the enemies before I can pull the contagion off. So while I'm in here, I'm gonna do a really cool trick. I'm gonna swap this wand for the worse one. This way I can Essence Drain and Contagion before the monster actually dies, and I don't need any single target until Asinia, which is the boss fight, so I will swap back. I haven't done that yet though because I'm bad at the game, I guess, but yeah. Here the best way to do this layout is to just go as far, yeah, that's the one, the swap, is to go as far from the entrance as possible. I hit the dead end there, so I'm just gonna turn. This is actually a really bad layout, like I do everything correctly, but I ended up getting into many dead ends, and I mean it happens. Wait, did I? Or was it on another run? Oh yeah, I think that there's gonna be another dead end here and I'm just gonna cry because, yeah, I have to walk all the way back. I lost like 30 seconds at least because of this. The main goal is to get a sub 24 Lackland kill. Yeah, really unlucky with this layout, honestly. If I don't get sub 24, then the run is pretty much dead. Like, unless I get an insane Freythorn or something, and I have an insane wand that carries me through my DPS, there's no way I'm gonna get PB. And also here, my AirPods die, so I don't know what happens with my computer, but like OBS just stopped recording audio, so yeah, there is no like run audio after this. It's just gonna be me. I swap back to the +1 wand, of course, for Asinia, and the fight is gonna go really fast. This is such an easy fight, like there's no way you can die. The only real thing that can kill you is maybe if like she does the Spirit Tempest attack or whatever it is and you don't move, but as long as you dash once, then you're good for that entire attack. Yeah. Also, of course, avoid the big circle there. Other than that, this is a free fight, so that's why I try to do that. Double Exalt drop from her, which is absolutely crazy. As you will see later, that's gonna come real handy. I get a belt too, which is really important for later in the run. Basically, the Act 1 boss has this cold attack where he spawns like ice pillars from the sky, and if you get barely hit by the hitbox, which is extremely bugged by the way, you can get frozen and basically just die. So having a belt gives me a charm slot to equip a cold charm, and it kind of saves me from the being frozen. Here I found Draven's like thing. This is such an unlucky cemetery, it's actually crazy, like, yeah, it happens. Honestly, there's nothing you can really do. But yeah. I don't know if this is a fast read or if I screwed this up as well, but I think it's an average Draven layer read, I think. You basically spawn in this square, because Draven's map is basically a square, and you spawn in an edge. So you want to go to the opposite edge, but sometimes there are blockages and you just cannot move through, so it's kind of random if you can like get to him quickly or not. Yeah, I'm just going to the opposite corner of the map and hopefully I can see the arena from behind a wall or something. Here I actually make a mistake, I think. I don't know. No, I think I don't make a mistake in this run. It was an old run where I missed the arena by a bit, I think. Yeah, I'm not even bothering killing enemies here. Yeah, this was actually a kind of good read, honestly. It was a really far away boss arena. There's nothing you can really do about that. It wasn't a good read, it was just like average. This fight is actually quite scary. He can kill you, like especially when he gets the ghost like power up thing, he can easily kill you and overwhelm you with the projectiles. What I do is try to position myself behind my skeletons, so he hits them with the projectiles and it leaves like a hole for me to go inside of. But yeah, I have such an insane DPS because of my wand that it doesn't really matter, like I just kill him, you know. Yeah, I'm trying to grab the spirits before he can get them, just in case. You never know, like he can be really scary, honestly. Yeah, it's an easy fight because of the +1 that I get from the wand. Now here you can see he draws me an Orb of Augmentation, which is crucial because I actually needed to augment my wand, and I ended up getting 16% spell damage. Now if only I dropped a Regal Orb so I can use the 2 Exiles on my wand, that would be sick, right? Surely it's not gonna happen though. That would be way too lucky. Here I do a little skip where I... this is called the Laklan Yapping skip. Basically when he gets like there to the tomb, he does like a 20-second long speech or something, and if you just reset to checkpoint you can completely skip it. This is actually a really scary fight too, like if you don't get any life weapon. Here he gets packed, I don't even know what's going on, like he's straight up just allowing me to full DPS him. Really lucky by me. Yeah, there are some attacks that he can do that just kill you in one hit. But yeah, just running around the pillar is most of the time the best option. And here he dies. And here's another little tip that you can do. If you straight up don't pick up the ring, or you just throw it on the ground, you will skip the... Oh, here I get my movement speed boots, I'm happy about it. Yeah, you can basically skip the animation where Una revives the hooded one, which saves you like 10 seconds, which is actually a lot in these kind of runs. And yeah, at the end of Act 1, when you go back to the town, the hooded one is still gonna be there, like he's gonna spawn in, even though you didn't save him. So it's fine, you can even do it on your casual like playthroughs if you don't intend those in speedrunning. Now, this area is kind of scary, not really, but the little crab things that spit these yellow projectiles at you, yeah, that one, they can shotgun and they do a lot of damage. But yeah, here I find the Crowbell entrance. If you noticed, I found a regal orb at Lackland, so I can just double exile and I get just an insane one. This is crazy. Yeah, now here the best way to kill him is just to go back while shooting him and leading him to the next arena where he will be, so you don't have to like wait him to go back to this little arena all the way. I get my flame wall, which will be used later on for the SRS. Yeah, my damage is just insane right now. Yeah, not much to say. For the hunting grounds in general, what I do is I hug a wall all the way until I find the Crowbell, the Freythorn and the farmlands. This way I make sure I don't miss any, because yeah, it's just more consistent than just running around trying to find the areas. Now, I am placing the ice bomb. It's not actually to make, like, to deal damage. It's mostly to slow him down, so I can damage him for longer between the attacks, thus giving me more ED uptime, if that makes sense. I don't know, but yeah. Yeah, now I'm just looking for the Freythorn and the, what's it called, the farmland, like, waypoint. Just doing some inventory managing. Not much going on in this part of the run, as I said. I'm just mostly running around without doing anything. Yeah, my main goal is to enter the farmlands at around 28 minutes or less. Like, that's the goal, and it sets me up for a sub 50 run, like, if I get a crazy freight run and everything. But yeah. Freight run is brutal, man. Like, I have so many runs die because I just get a 7-minute freight run, and there's nothing you can do about it. Now here I get a farmlands, and here I make a mistake. Looking back, what I should have done is TP from the checkpoint to the starting checkpoint, because the freighter is like most likely gonna be really near the spawn of the zone, since everything else was in the opposite side. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. So yeah, the freighter of course ends up being in the absolute opposite side of where I was. I basically ran a circle around the entire zone. Here I misclick, I thought that was the entrance, but it was a book. And I'm not gonna do freighter now because it's actually kind of scary. I'm gonna do the what's it called, the farmlands first. I don't know if this is actually faster. I think it is, because it gives me the 2 passives from Una's loot before doing Freythorn, which is nice for cast speed and everything. Now, there's a strategy which revolves around dropping a level 3 gem of a random mob and getting a shield and 16 strength to get shield charge. This basically allows you to shield charge all the way throughout hunting grounds and this zone, because they are really walk intensive zone, if that makes sense. Like, there's not much going on, not a lot of fighting, so shield charge actually saves quite a lot of time. I actually used it in my Witch world record, and it's the only reason why it's world record. Yeah. Now here is where I realized that this layout is terrible. Basically, there's 2 different kind of farmlands when you're playing Sorceress, and for those who don't know, layouts in PoE2 are actually dependent on the character that you're playing. So if you're playing Warrior, your layouts are gonna be vastly, I mean not a lot, but they're gonna be different to what they will be with a Sorceress, for example. So Sorceress has this layout where you get the Una's loot, and then instead of having the exit to the Ogan village be on the same direction, it's actually southeast. I'm not good with cardinal direction, but yeah, like down to the right, and it's such a long zone to do. It's really slow. Yeah, honestly, it's really bad. I lose like 30 seconds at least due to this layout. And yeah, I'm also looking for the crop circle because I like having my level 4 essence train. I don't know if I end up getting it, honestly. Like, yeah, here I go the wrong way. It's just getting unlucky. You can really do anything like to counter it, I guess. Maybe in the future we will find a way to learn these layouts, and this will probably fix a lot of the problems with speedrunning this game right now. But honestly, yeah, I'm just grabbing the boss and trying to kind of kill him while I go to the next zone. He has this temporal bubble which slows me down a lot, which is not the best, and he's getting distracted with my minions. Looking back, what I should have done is just unequip my Spectre, the Scepter, so the minions spawn and he just follows me. But yeah, skill issue, I guess. Here I just grab the waypoint and I do a pretty cool skip. Never mind, I do not do any cool skip because I'm bad at the game, but you saw, like, I clicked the waypoint and the menu for loading the screen came up and it lasted like 5 seconds of the game doing nothing. You can actually skip that, and I will make a video about it. You basically TP down to the town, and right after clicking the teleportation, like the TP, you press U or whatever your keybind is to open the world map, and that basically loads the world map while you are on the like town loading screen, so you can do both of those at the same time, and you actually save up like 15 seconds throughout the whole run by doing this, which is not a small amount. Now here's Freythorn, of course. This is just sad, you know. It's a really bad area. It's completely RNG whether you get a lot of rituals quickly or if you don't find any for the entire area and you just look around all of it and you full clear. Like, the potential of your run, if you get a godly Freythorn, like you get crazy RNG, is out of this world. You can get like sub 42 even, like with great Laklan, great Freythorn and great splits everywhere. Here I dropped my level 4 essence string, which is clutch because I didn't find the crop circle in the farmlands, which actually guarantees a level 4 thing. But yeah, here I saw the other rituals, so I'm like, oh my god, this could be a fast Freythorn, you know? This might be amazing pace if I found the boss quickly enough. But this isn't a sub 50 run, so you know that I got screwed by RNG and I did not find the boss quickly. Yeah, this zone is just really boring. You're just killing stuff and praying that you hit the rituals. Now the funny thing is that the boss ended up being really close to those 2 rituals that I just did, but there was just no way for me to know that, so I just ended up doing the entire area, or almost, before going back. It's actually really sad. Yeah. what you can do when you need to get back to a checkpoint, you can just resurrect to a checkpoint, like press ESC and click respawn at checkpoint and you will be back, which is probably what I do here. Like, I just respawn at checkpoint and it puts me back to the other side of the map, which is where I want to be. Now I'm gonna explore the other way, because the thing is that the boss ritual is gonna always be on the like on the edge of the map. It's not gonna be on the middle. I have never seen it be on the middle. So it's not here. I'm resurrecting a checkpoint. I die here, but it doesn't really matter. Like, yeah. I'm just keeping everything at this point. I don't need the XP. Here I finally find the boss. Like, it was right there. That could have been so good. Like, would have definitely be like a sub 50 run if I didn't get unlucky here. But yeah, I get the last cast speed and a little bit of strength. Being a sorceress, you don't get the chaos damage node that you get as a witch. So you basically just spec into fire, so the SRS will do more damage later on. But yeah, here I get a nice focus, which gives me cast speed, and my summons are not gonna do like anything at this point of the game. They're gonna get one shot by everything. They do no damage whatsoever, so I just much rather have a damage increase in my thing. Now, this boss fight is honestly super long, like, it takes forever. I have a lot of damage, so that's why he's going down really fast, but yeah, the only real thing that can kill you is either the smash, which is what he just did, so just stay far away, and the little pillars that he spawns in. If you don't kill them fast enough, they have like 0 HP, you just tap them with any skill. They will apply a debuff to you that does damage to you after a bit. I actually didn't know about this attack at first, so I was constantly dying at this boss and I didn't know what even was hitting me. But yeah, it's just running around the circle. He does no damage with any other skill other than this like chaos ball that you can just easily avoid. The annoying thing is when he does the little curse where you cannot move or he will imprison you. This one. So I just stand still, I tank everything until it runs out. You don't want to be imprisoned while he smashes you, or like, I don't know. You always check the ritual here because it has a really high chance of giving you a support gem or a level 4 skill gem which you can use. Now here I get my cold charm, which is crucial for the boss fight. I don't even know why I'm checking Una right now. Wait, I don't know why I checked her. Oh, because I wanted a greater life flask. Yeah, those are extremely important for the later part of the run. Like everything past Executioner, you're gonna need a greater life flask or you're just gonna die. I actually do not get a greater life flask in this entire run. But somehow I don't die in the Manor, because I have such a high amount of HP and ES, I think. Yeah, I'm just doing some inventory things while walking. For this area you just go left for a bit, and then what I usually use as my reference point, when I see the entrance of the area in the map get out of the screen, like right now, it's the moment where I have to go up. Or you can just go by feel, but as you can see, pretty much a perfect read. Really easy zone to do. Now this boss can be kind of scuffed because there are a lot of mobs that he spawns. His attacks are super easy to dodge. The only thing is the smash, not the big one, but when he does like a thunder, yeah, exactly that attack, you can mistime your dodge and you get one shot. It happened to me many times when I had a low HP, like no HP gear, just got unlucky, I guess. The ads are super annoying. You wanna use Essence Train to kill them, but of course they're just gonna like block the SRS from hitting the boss, and they're gonna block you from hitting the boss. A strategy that I have seen somebody use was to actually lure the boss into the start of the arena. And that what it does, it's basically avoids triggering the mobs from spawning. However, you have to kill the boss while almost at melee range. So yeah, I'd rather get the mobs and have a lesser chance of dying, you know. Here I get my super gem, so I'm just gonna get probably Swift Affliction on my ED. There are other valid options like Arcane Tempo for cast speed, but yeah. Oh, I actually get Concentrated Destruction here. The reason for that is Concentrated Destruction is good when you want to upgrade your hit damage with Essence Rain, and since my damage has extra damage as fire, I think and I believe that the dot from the Essence Rain does not get affected by the extra damage as fire, only the hit does. So I'm taking advantage of that mod on my wand and just using Concentrated Destruction to kind of multiply my damage even further. It doesn't really matter, honestly. Like here I completely misread this, and that's actually kind of embarrassing because its zone is pretty much the same every time. I don't know what I was doing there. But yeah, this was a really fast executioner split. Maybe my fastest ever. I don't really know, like I'd have to check, but yeah. I mean, at this point of the game, the mobs are super tanky, and I'm just really avoiding all of them because it's a waste of time to kill them. You only really need level 10, because level 10 is when you unlock level 4 gems and greater life flasks. So everything past that, you don't really have anything on your tree to put passives on other than strength for a little bit more HP, but it's really like a small difference. So as you can see, I'm not even trying to kill these mobs, I'm just trying to roll past them. And the best way to not get caught is to find a flat wall and roll into the wall, actually. Like, yeah, it basically kind of helps avoiding you rolling into a mob and stopping your roll midway and getting trapped. Like, this is by far the hardest section of the run. In my opinion. So many runs died to Manor, and because the mobs here are actually ruthless, like they're so dangerous. Here I get an amazing spawn for the fire boss. It's just straight where I needed to go for the level 2. Yeah, I don't even know why he doesn't spawn. Maybe I had to be there for a little longer, so I just click the thing again and he eventually spawns. This boss can be kind of scary, but honestly, you can just avoid all of the attacks and you're good. Like, they're not that bad to not get hit by. That attack is super easy to avoid. The slash he does, you just roll behind him and he doesn't never hit you. This fire thing is kind of random. You have to go behind him or you will take massive amounts of damage. Sometimes, however, he's like he has a wall behind him, so you can't even go behind him, and that's when it gets dangerous. But yeah, I do this deathless, of course. I actually almost died there. I don't know what I was doing. But yeah, here he dies. Honestly, I'm used to picking everything up just in case. I click really fast with my mouse and move it around, so it doesn't really cost me much time. Here I get to the exit. Like, I just try to not get killed by these mobs. I misread these because I'm used to the witch layouts, but yeah, it's just right here. Now the second level is actually kind of random at the end of it, and you have no checkpoints, so if you die in the end of the second level, your run is kind of dead. But yeah, you just have to go to that side here on the left side, so I just hug this wall and until I find the exit. Things get hectic after this bridge, however. It's really dangerous. And you can either go left or right, like the exit can go in any of the two ways, so you just have to pray that you hit the good one at the first try. Here I don't. I was so close to dying here. Like, here I get the door, which is unlucky. I lost the 50-50. I just have to go to the other side and hope I don't die. Now, there are these bottles on the ground which actually block my rolls, and it's so annoying. Like, I almost die here. You can see the... like, how bad my life flask is. If I had a greater one, I would not be so easy dying here. But yeah, I somehow make it through. I do have a lot of HP for a Sorceress run. I got a lot of life on my gear, I guess. I have really great gear in this run. Here you just wanna go like to the right and then to the left. It was too soon here, however, so I'm just going up and then left again. As long as you don't get the like a nasty rare, floor 3 is mostly fine. Yeah, and now I'm at the boss with like 3 minutes when the fight starts, like 3 minutes left to get sub 50, which is not gonna happen because I'm a sorceress, I have low DPS. But yeah, the fight is actually really easy, other than the... I don't even know what he says when he does that. There's like this ice attack that he calls and can freeze you, and if it does, then you're probably dead. Like, there's no other way around it. I do have a cold charm here. Now, to avoid this like big slice, basically when he charges, you just run as far away as you can, and because every time he charges, he's gonna do that slash. Here he slams, but it's fine. I can tank his hits, it's no problem, really. I have a lot of HP. Yeah, you definitely want to avoid this attack, it does so much damage. I get hit here, I think, yeah. He becomes human again, and now he starts with the super long, like, monologue with his wife, I guess. Even if you damage him, it does nothing, you just have to wait until he's done yapping. Yeah, I just kind of run around, let him do his thing, you know. I'm like hoping I don't choke the last phase. Yeah, this is where the battle gets actually kind of scary. This attack is what I'm talking about. If you get like even slightly hit by one of these pillars, you will get frozen and die. Now, the reason why I didn't get frozen here is because of my charm. If I didn't wear the charm from the Freythorn mission, I would have gotten frozen. Now, here's like the annoying phase, you just have to wait through it and try not to get stunned by the mobs. Now the trick for this is to go and walk around the edge of the storm, because when he spawns to attack you, he's gonna be from the opposite side. So as long as you have movement speed boosts and you're walking, he's not gonna hit you. You can even like avoid killing the mobs and just waiting for this entire phase to run, because the mobs will die after that happens. Now, the goal here basically is just to kill him before he does that phase again. There's not much you can do, it's pretty much RNG. You waste like 30 seconds at least if you don't get lucky. Here I'm just dodging this. Again, the freeze charm coming in clutch. I often forget that this ground chills you so much, so yeah, I just walk on top of it for no reason. For this attack you just have to dodge the little things. He actually hits me and I almost die, which is crazy. I almost get hit there too by that double ice thing. I almost died again. It's just a really weird fight, honestly. Like, yeah. Here he actually does the phase again, which is terrible because it takes so much time to do and it's just so bad. It's actually quite dangerous sometimes if you get overwhelmed by the monsters and they stun you. Like, they hit you, you stop moving and the boss then hits you and it's a lot of damage. Yeah, like... But yeah, I just kill him here, I think. Yeah, he does the attack again. Now, this one is actually way scarier because he gives you corrupted blood. And I get hit twice by it, so I have 2 stacks of corrupted blood. But yeah, here he dies at 51 minutes and 8 seconds, which is my PB. Like, this is faster than my Sorceress world record. My ultimate goal will be to get sub 50 on both classes. Maybe I will push it further, like get a 47-minute run. It's definitely possible, but it's so hard to get the Freythorn RNG and everything else, like a good weapon. But yeah. Now, I don't even know what to do, like if I should keep doing Witch and Sorceress runs. What I'm probably gonna do is try to learn a new class, maybe Ranger, maybe Warrior, or something like that, so I can do like all of 6 of the classes. But yeah, here I'm just showing the quests for verification purposes on speedrun.com. Yeah, so not much to say. Hope you enjoyed the commentary. It's my first time commentating and I'm not English, so my accent is really bad, but yeah. Well, see you on the next, like, world record or on the next run, I guess.